Okay, I know the stream is supposed to start at 9:30, but at this point, I'm just looking for reasons to play the game. So I'm just gonna do that. I don't think there's any need for any introduction, stuff like that. I've been kind of holding off on playing this for some time because I wanted to do it on stream, but the opening music for the loading screens kind of reminded me of Kingdom Hearts. I don't know whether they had the same. I don't think so. It's the same composer or anything like that, but it had the same themes, so it got me really hyped. And I saw people were summoning and stuff. I know the game came out like a few days ago, and everyone has tier lists and stuff coming out, but I haven't played it. I have been avoiding spoilers because this is obviously a lore channel, and I want to see whether the lore is good. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. Okay, I have absolutely no clue what I can expect with this game. Like, it's literally all the tutorials just coming out right now. But it looks a little bit, I guess, like Genshin. I suppose if the formula isn't broken, there's no sense in changing anything.
It may seem all nice and quiet here now, but you never know when a tacit discord might pop up out of nowhere. Oh my, speak of the devil.
This is another thing with games like this. There's like, because I cover a lot of lore, right? There's gonna be all these terms that now I have to relearn. Tacit discords. Resonance skills. Like, is that the equivalent of a skill? Okay, hold for, alright.
Bravo! So you still remember how to fight despite having forgotten everything? Wow! Watch me lead the charge next time. No one messes with my I mean, Chisha.
Oh, it looks really nice. This is autoplay, right? Let's just autoplay. I still don't have a sense of what the story is about yet. I saw the opening cutscene, but it wasn't too clear.
What's wrong? Are you injured from the fight? This is the statue of Jue, the sentinel in Jinzhou, in the shape of a long. There is one capital and 6 cities in Wanglong, with each city having its own sentinel. While they share some similarities in appearance, there are also differences.
Okay, just fair warning. Again, because I'm gonna be covering lore, I'm gonna go through every one of these options. I know some people just want to watch gameplay, things like that, but I want to know what's going on with the story if I'm gonna ever make videos about them. I've had people asking for me to cover lore on this game because apparently there's a lot of yapping according to them. So let's see how bad it is.
Records state the sentinels in Wanglong were once a single entity. Now they are each responsible for a part of Wanglong. Naturally, there are sentinels in other regions too, but fewer compared to Wanglong. In Wanglong, most of the sentinels take the shape of a long. In other regions, they manifest in various forms. You were standing face to face with our sentinel? One can hardly see our sentinel with their own eyes. Most people only get the chance during the appointment ceremonies. According to your description, you stood pretty close. Only the Sentinel's appointed resonator is allowed in its proximity. For now, that person is the Magistrate of Jinzhou.
Yeah, I have no idea what any of this means. Resonators. I guess rovers are people that describe the main character. I don't know. How many cities are there in the game? Is it just the 6 that they mentioned? Or do we have access only to one?
Chizia might be in danger. Rover, please.
Resonance Liberation. What is it? Okay, that's probably an... Is that an alt? I guess it is. Let's look at the tutorial. Okay, I'm just gonna guess it's an alt. Oops.
Let me be your blade. Different.
Yeah, I kind of suck at games like this, so I'm just gonna be spamming buttons and hope for the best. So don't expect like high level gameplay or anything like that. So every time you change your character, they do something different. Is that how it works? Press to view tutorials. Outro skill. Concerto energy. Yes, more terms that I don't understand. When dealing damage or performing dodges in combat, when concerto energy is full, the other resonator icons will show up. Switch your resonator when concerto blah 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 and consume all blah blah. Intro skill. Each resonator has a unique outro and intro skill. Okay, so I guess like a lot of the gameplay is gonna be a lot of quick swapping. Should I be exploring at this stage? No? Yeah, I probably should just go straight for...
I didn't even get a chance to help, and Yang just rushed over to protect you like a I didn't even get a chance to help, and Yang just rushed over to protect you like a Anyway, Yang was trying to shield you, and then bam! The Tezza Discord was taken care of before I could get a good look.
This is another thing that it's kind of... It's not a big deal, but it's a little annoying. Which is this text.
Did some first aid for you. You seem to have drowned, but your airway was clear.
Why does every main character start off with like, oh, he was drowning? Didn't Genshin start that way? Oh well, I mean it was for Paimon, right? What is that, a chest?
5-meter radius of a beacon. It can protect you from danger sometimes. Rover, could you hand me your terminal for a moment?
Yeah,
Done.
so what I was saying earlier is that
Version are different from ours, but your terminal still has the data transfer and other basic functions.
so what I was saying earlier was that whenever you walk between one point and another point, they would have a lot of this exposition. And sometimes if you rush from point A to point B, you would miss out on a lot of things that they say. You know, Genshin does this a lot. Sometimes you rush through to the next part and you miss out on certain things that they say. And some of those things is actually quite important for the lore. Okay, this is the fast travel basically.
We're almost at the gorge's entrance. There will be a descent, but if your terminals...
You see what I mean? Like once you reach it, they just cut the text and you just lose out on what they were about to say.
Jinzhou is the safest place around here. The Resonance Nexus provides coverage for the whole city. Besides, we've got a protective barrier and strong fortifications.
Not bad.
Maybe it's not as big as some other cities, but Jinzhou is always the best place in my heart.
Jinzhou sits between the Desert Highland and the Norfolk Barrens. It's a border city and a fortress. It's very crucial to the safety of Wanglong.
Huh? We've agreed to meet up with Baizhe here. Where is she?
This is the center of the Etheric Sea.
Etheric Sea. Okay. Probably an important term I should remember for later.
Field? When did it show up? It wasn't here when we just got here.
But I didn't sense a hint of a tacit field's presence.
So it appeared while we weren't looking? Like in the blink of an eye? Or maybe the Etheric Sea can tell where we are. Could it be following us?
I have no idea what's going on.
Tacit field.
Someone is there?
Isn't that Baizhe? Baizhe! Baizhe!
We're too far away. Perhaps she can't hear us.
Isn't the tacit field dangerous? Okay, maybe I wasn't paying attention, but what in the world is a tacit field? Is it just like some... Oh, there you go.
During this time, it is relatively safe.
Still not as good as Star Rail. I don't know. I've barely made it out of the tutorial. Plus, I'm gonna be judging the game purely based on lore. So maybe the story is good. I don't know, but let's see.
My apologies. I should have said it is temporarily safe. The dormant period of a tacit field varies based on its formation time.
The big moon may have an illusion. Okay,
The longer the dormant period,
I have no idea what you're talking about, Ski Storm. Is it something to do with the story or something?
then are usually stronger.
Let me get out of the tutorial and then I'll
Faster a tacit
give you an answer.
the longer its dormant period lasts. For now, this tacit field should be safe.
Is there any chance that Baizhe is down there as bait?
According
I haven't even met her. Like,
Yes, there's a chance for that.
what is this mark? Like, is it like the mark of people with specific powers or something like that?
Right. The glider can
I think she has one on the forehead as well. Yeah, there it is.
range.
Curious what that is.
Besides, Baizhe is there. We'll have to go down and see what is going on.
Can I just jump down?
Now it's time to use a glider module. Rover, let me help you activate it.
Okay, there's a glider system in this game as well. Okay. Can I not look down? Well, okay. Apparently it's scripted. Pretty much? Oh, okay. Makes sense then. I mean, the main character got that mark in the opening cutscene with that thing in the space and the eye.
Why did you come here by yourself?
She possessed or something. She knows something. What in the world is that?
Right, it seems.
Yeah, you were super energetic. Handled a super big TD. Way more spirited than me.
I've been keeping an eye on his condition through the stream.
What? Why did he just skip?
Baizhi is just concerned about your condition. She must think we shouldn't be letting you move around that much, since you've just regained consciousness.
Where is the mark on Baizhi?
This isn't the place for talking. Let's go.
Alright then. Ooh. Is this the first boss fight? Am I going to completely screw it up while doing the boss fight? I'm probably going to screw it up doing the boss fight. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Just looking at me. It's like, what do you want? Oh, I can lock camera. Oh, okay. I don't really like lock on mechanics because every time you do that, you might have things that they summon and... What is that? Yeah, I suck at dodging. Let's just throw everything out and see what happens. I missed. What does the E do? Okay, I don't know what that does. Oh, it's a skill. Okay.
Moment of resonance. One more time.
Oops.
Bad timing.
I should probably read their skills before I just go in and just start. Okay.
Let me be your blade.
Swift and resolute.
Oops.
One more time.
Okay. Is this one of those games where every boss has like 7 forms? Okay, there's a parry system. Okay. I should be practicing that, I guess. Okay.
Strike in the shadows.
Okay, I'm terrible at this. I'm probably gonna lose this because I'm just spamming buttons at this point.
Let me be your blade.
Is the MC in this game like good? Are they like worth building and
Moment of resonance.
or is this like a traveler situation where it's not worth build? I mean, MC is above average. All right, that's cool.
Yang Yang! Rover! Are you alright? Are you hurt?
I'm fine. Hey Chad, how are you? Thanks for dropping in.
We could see that darn barrier, but couldn't live.
Did any of you see the special event for Genshin yesterday? I didn't get to see it yet, but I heard there were things about Natlan and
Rover was able to
Dainsleif is coming back.
defeat it.
Whenever I see options like this, because of past games, I immediately think that it's going to affect the difficulty of the game. Like if I say it's a piece of cake, then it's just going to be difficult and it's just going to ramp up the difficulty. So let's say this, just in case. I know that it's probably not going to affect the difficulty at all, but
Being modest. So you didn't even go all out earlier? I saw how you took down that fella with both of my eyes. You made a couple kicks, and that thing vanished into thin air.
That's strange. This place is
yeah, I've been holding off on playing Wuthering Waves because I'm not sure if I want to cover the lore part of it. So I thought it would be a good idea to play the game in a stream, and then if the lore is interesting, I'll cover that in like videos on the channel. So
Oh, this is an echo.
Wow, an echo of the elite class. Someone got lucky today.
My apologies. We got a little carried away. Does reverberation or echo ring a bell to you?
no, it does not.
Everything in our world is made up of frequencies, and every sound generates a reverberation.
Okay.
Those echoes are the lingering reverberations of tacit discords after they disintegrate. We can absorb them into the databanks in our Pangu terminals.
Oh, by Pangu Terminal, she means the gourd-shaped device every resonator has, developed by researchers in Wanglong. But you see, it's not always we get to find these. Also, there's a limit to what your gourd can absorb.
Absorption is only possible when your databank's level is equal to or higher than the tacit discord's level. The terminal can then convert its reverberation into an echo for use in battle. My terminal issued a warning when it detected that tacit discord earlier. It should at least be an overlord class.
So it seems the theme around this is based on like sound,
No need for that.
discord, frequency.
Why don't you just try
That's an
absorbing
interesting
your terminal?
approach to something like this. I like that their tools look like I know they say it's a gourd, but
Doesn't work.
it says I'm level 0.
No worries. You can start with smaller ones before tackling this guy here. There should be some sweet baby roche rooms around here. Let's go check those out, shall we?
It's very Genshin-y in a lot of ways, but has enough of its own thing going to make it worth it for me. Yeah, I mean, so far, you can see that it does take a few influences from Genshin, but, you know, like the menu system and things like that, but it kind of makes sense for them to do that. Like, why change something that isn't broken, right? Oh, so that's what that sound is. Because everything is like sound based. It's like
What kind of power?
a sound pattern thing. What do you call it? I don't know what it's called.
Playing the fool all along?
Ooh, what in the world is that?
I've never seen a resonance ability quite like this. You got any other tricks up your sleeve? Like eating a whole tacit discord? Grilling echoes alive?
I have no idea what happened.
Could it be related to your lost memories? Can you recall anything now? Rover, are you feeling all right? Any discomfort? Could it be the side effect of fighting that tacit discord? Daiju, can we take Rover to do a checkup at Huashu Academy's Resonance Medical Department?
Let's play the typical MC. No, I'm fine. I don't have a disease or anything like that.
Daiju?
Absorbing echoes with the human body is not entirely unprecedented.
With the human body. I remember Comprehensive Mirror for Historians mentioned this in the Wanglong section's opening. A celestial being descended, commanding the Tiankun's boundless power. Assuming mortal form, they condensed the primordial essence, creating Pangu. Cleaving heaven and earth apart, they aligned the celestial and terrestrial.
Is the main character a celestial?
The four corners. Thus began the illustrious annals of Wanglong, as provinces were first demarcated.
Yeah, at least the text options are kind of on point. Like, what in the world does that mean? Like,
And way back, like they held the whole universe right in their hands. As there was no terminal in those days, they absorbed the tacit discords with their bare hands. And the TD they absorbed was the most powerful of all. That person turned it into the first echo ever. Then they used the power of that echo to rebuild the world, sort out the laws, and that's how the history of Wanglong began.
I might be jumping the gun here, but with the theme being around sound and frequencies, I wonder whether at some point in the story, there's going to be something relating to moving to different worlds or dimensions by resonating with a different frequency of that particular world. Like if you've seen or read like Flash comics, that's how the Flash goes to different, I guess, dimensions by resonating at the frequency of that dimension. So I'm curious whether this is going to go that direction. Because every time you have frequency and sound, that's probably what you're going to start having all this resonance stuff coming in. So I'm just kind of curious whether that's where the story is going to go.
I hope I was, though.
It's not a bad thing. It's just with the theme of what it is, that's probably where it's going to lead. But, you know, I might be wrong.
For the ancient texts. Me, I just happen to roughly remember what the story's about. Whether it's true or not, that story happened a long time ago, when Jinzhou didn't even exist. Could it be that Rover's like the great granddaddy of us all?
Let's not jump to conclusions without enough data and proper analysis. Rover.
Do we get all these characters for free? Does anybody know? Or are all these characters summonable, or you have to summon them to get them?
Wait, the signal's back.
This is a holographic message to all of Jinzhou from the city hall.
My fellow soldiers and citizens, I apologize for any inconvenience caused. I am Jinshi, the Magistrate of Jinzhou. As the moon-chasing festival approaches,
Okay,
our city welcomes visitors from around the world. The festivities are highly anticipated by our people.
I'll try not to make comparisons,
Joyful sentiment.
but
Jinzhou has
this just looks like
defense against the tacit discord outbreaks, safeguarding Wanglong.
Su Shang and Keqing's secret child or something. I don't know. Maybe not exactly, but... Oh, look. Hers is much bigger than theirs. Okay, so is that how you tell who's really strong and all? The bigger your sound wave tattoo thing, the stronger they are?
Despite the challenges of tacit discords, we remain steadfast and hospitable.
You get Qixia and Yang Yang? Okay.
Upholding our enduring traditions. With that in mind, I have a favor to ask. Among our many visitors, there is one visitor that holds utmost importance to me, the city of Jinzhou, and the entirety of Wanglong. We have awaited your arrival for a long time. Given the circumstances, you may be feeling bewildered at this time. You should have noticed some strange happenings related to you. If you plan to stay
You get Visor like Asta in HSR? Oh, okay, cool. So they do give you quite a few free characters.
in the City Hall of Jinzhou. While I cannot guarantee to provide all the answers you need, I will do my best to assist you and provide necessary permissions, if applicable. This is only my personal request. You can decide your course of action in any way you see fit. Therefore, I request the people and soldiers of Jinzhou to assist this
She kind of reminds me of that character from Black Clover. What's her name? No, is it Noelle? Yeah, she kind of like, her hair looks a little bit like Noelle's hair. So and another thing I'm kind of hoping isn't the case is that this isn't a chosen one story.
Our magistrate was talking about.
As Rover.
It does seem like that's where this is heading. Of course, it's still too early to tell, but I hope that's not the route that it takes.
A little like Baijiu,
I like when the main character has to struggle a little bit
Point, okay?
in the story. Like they're not the strongest character there, and there's not a situation where there's suddenly going to be a Deus Ex Machina. Oh, you've had this hidden power all along. I mean, I guess Star Rail and Genshin are guilty of that as well to some degree, but yeah. Let's go visit the city first, I guess.
Flashback of yourself looking into its eyes when you saw the statue of our sentinel. We can't confirm its authenticity, but based on the magistrate's message.
Ooh, what is that? That looks like a sound wave. Is that a clue?
Whether you were the visitor our magistrate mentioned or not, you are surely important to Jinzhou, and you will be our important
Friend! We've already entrusted our lives to each other. I've never seen so many TDs packed together. And that elite one was so scary.
It's a bit suspicious how people already seem to know the main character was coming and seem to want to get on his good side. Yeah.
Treat you that famous specialty from Panhua's restaurant.
It just gives me the vibe that this is going to be a prophecy kind of thing. Like, oh, we've been waiting for you all this time. Blah, blah, blah. And the thing about prophecies is that you kind of get shoehorned into expecting that the prophecy plays out in the way that it's told. Like, oh, let's say, for example, the main character comes and saves everyone by sacrificing himself. And the only other way that can go is that either they don't follow that prophecy or they do follow that prophecy. So, I guess as somebody who likes to make convoluted theories, that's not a good thing for me. But I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm judging it a bit too soon. It's still early in the game.
For your well-being to have a thorough physical examination once we arrive in Jinzhou. While there don't seem to be any immediate side effects following the absorption of that echo, we cannot rule out the possibility of other latent risks. Given our
I'm gonna get you one you can absorb.
Oh, the lizards don't run away from you in this game.
Your hero Chisha's on the hunt.
Defeat Stonewall Bracer. Okay, let's do that. So is this game, from the way the gameplay is going so far, that the parry system is more important than outright dodging, right? Because the parry allows you to just stun the enemy and gives you like a little bit more moves. So I'm guessing the mechanic that is more important here is the fact that you have to, I guess, parry a lot rather than just focus on dodging.
Can you reenact what you did before?
I feel nothing.
Maybe you can only absorb the powerful ones with your body.
Perhaps I can only absorb.
Certain type of tacit discord.
Some characters can only dodge. Oh, okay. I guess maybe the parry mechanic is specific to DPS characters?
Worked. I've never seen a gourd quite like.
Equip an echo to unlock a new skill. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Transform into Stonewall Bracer and charge forward successful hits, grant a follow-up strike and a shield. That's an interesting mechanic. So you can become the things that you absorb, I guess. And there's like a cost. So you can't put... Oh, okay, that's pretty interesting.
Your terminal's got a different look, but the functions are pretty much the same.
Use this echo skill to charge forward. Oh, so you can become the monsters that you essentially... Let me know if that subscribe thing is kind of annoying. That's basically the channel subscription. It's not like memberships or anything like that. For what they say, it's obvious that Rover is special, but no, Rover is not the chosen one, at least from... Okay, that's good. That's good to know. I mean, I don't really like those kind of stories, but there are situations where that chosen one story does, you know, work out well, so... I like it if it subverts the chosen one trope, like Rover appears to be one and is treated like one at first, because he is, but later gets a wake-up call and has to... Yeah, exactly. I like those kind of stories where it's not just... Because if you've watched any isekai anime or something like that, like the start of the story is always interesting, but when the character gets too strong, then you don't have that sense of urgency or that sense of that the character might be defeated or lose because they become so overly powerful. If you've seen like Tensura, like the slime reincarnation one, Rimuru becomes so incredibly strong that it just becomes, you know, just crazy to watch. Parry is important, character switching effects are strategic too. Yeah, I mean, there seems to be quite a lot of mechanics in the game that might become really interesting once you get like a lot of different characters and a lot of different echoes. So far, the gameplay seems a little bit more involved than Genshin. Because Genshin has come to a point where like I play quick swap teams, so I'll just skill swap, or like alt swap, and then just wait for things to die. So this might be a nice change of pace, but maybe it's because I'm still early into the game. And that's not something... What is this? Tutorial for Echo? Absorbing. Can I absorb the one that I just killed? Is it only specific? I guess the small ones don't matter, right? Anytime you play this kind of exploration game, the rule is always pick up everything because you never know what you're gonna need. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but it looked cool. Oh, so I can absorb it. Yeah, let's absorb it. Oh, you throw your gourd out. Is there gonna be like... What is this? Tidal Heritage? I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna pick it up. Always pick up everything, because later on you're gonna need it, and then you're not gonna have it. And then you're gonna have to jump into other people's games and steal their shit. What is this? It's a turtle. I can absorb the turtle. New echo obtained. Equipped to gain stat boost. Auto equip. Summon a whiff waff. Kind of name is that, whiff waff. That deals arrow damage and produces a low pressure zone. Okay, I'm having the impression that this is gonna become complicated later on with all the character skills and all these echo skills that you can combo together. Transform into a tortoise and slowly restore HP. Okay. Let's see what this does. Oh, just summon something. Okay. Does everybody use the same weapon, or is it just so happen that these two characters just... What is that? On one hand, I want to go and randomly kill stuff, but on the other hand, if you've played any anime-esque game, tentacles are not a good thing. Let's go with the main story. I mean, the whole point of this is to figure out the lore, so let's do the main story first and then figure out. What is this? Butterfly? It's like a waypoint? Content to explore. Okay. Is this like a waypoint thing? I mean like a guiding thing that tells you where to go next. Collect them all because every character can equip several echoes and 2 different iterations have different subsets. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of complexity in the game that will play out with more monsters coming out, bosses, new characters. That's actually pretty cool. Sounds like there's going to be a lot of theory crafting in combat style. Yeah, I would imagine a lot of content creators are going to have a field day with this game because one build can be a combination of so many different things. The weapons are broadsword, short sword, guns, rectifier, and gloves. There's guns in the game. That's awesome. I've been waiting for a Genshin to have those kind of range type weapons that's not a bow. But it has not yet. What is this? The butterflies are like sealies. Okay. That's another funny thing I heard about when people started playing this game. There were guides that people created. Why did I get raw meat from a plant? Okay. Anyways, what I was saying was that when I saw like someone making a guide about how they basically explained what is going on in Wuthering Waves through like other games like Genshin, like oh the Sealies are this thing, or the Primogems are that thing. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you are just gonna tell me in the context of like Genshin and all this other stuff. That's just out. Oops. What does the E do again? I can't absorb the... Why can't I absorb the giant tentacle flower? It was all tentacly. Chixia uses guns. Okay, that's cool. What is this? Red feather butterfly? Let's pick that up. Material for crafting. Sonnen's casket. The product of a collapsed sonorosphere scattered all over the world. It records the untwisted memories of the past. If you are lucky enough to discover one, the relic merchants will collect exchange valuable items for it. Okay. What is that? A rabbit? Can I absorb the rabbit? I wonder where the hidden wall is. Anyways, let's go and... How far are you in the story? I am literally outside the city. I've been trying to not play the game too much because I want to have it be like a sort of live reaction kind of thing. I really wanted to play it yesterday when I was setting all these things up for the stream. But I think if I started playing yesterday, I would just not stop and I would probably just rush through the entire story without thinking about what might happen. So I'm holding myself back from just clearing everything. I really want to go through it, but I don't think I'm that far in the story yet. The echoes are not guaranteed. You can absorb them when they leave a golden shadow. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I thought it was scripted.
Rover?
How do we use the ticket? Okay, I have no answer for you because I don't think I've even unlocked the summoning thing yet. So
Seed of fate.
do they put these echo sound tattoo things in places they know people would want to look?
What do we do next?
Like she has hers here and she has hers here. It's like, I wonder why you put, like why they put them there. You're confused? Yeah. So am I, buddy. I haven't even unlocked the summoning yet. I don't know what it's gonna look like. And I heard there's like 3 different banners.
Return to the academy.
I'm not too far from getting summons. That's good.
Of spirits, the resurgence of that tacit field, and the many wave-worn phenomena occurrences. I should report them in time.
Then I'll go submit our report and prepare the documentation needed for Rover's audience with the magistrate while I'm there.
Documentation.
The hub of Jinzhou, and where the Grand Library is located. The city hall is an important place. Seeking an audience with a magistrate isn't too difficult, but there are still rules to follow.
Then I guess I'll take Rover over to the Nexus Tower for registration first. And we'll just hang out for a while. Being new to Jinzhou and all, he can't be left standing outside the city hall with nothing to do. Hospitality is our local specialty, you know.
Of the 3 games that I've played and covered on this channel, Genshin, Star Rail, and now Wuthering Waves,
All right with you?
I like Star Rail's main characters'
It's done.
clothing design the best.
I'll send the branch of Resin Medical Science a notice. We need to conduct a thorough physical examination on you to make sure you are fine. Come
You got
to
it
the
now?
academy
Good luck on your
in
summons.
advance if you have no other plans.
There's a beginner banner, a standard character banner, a standard weapon banner, a limited character banner, and a limited weapon banner. Okay, so it's pretty much the same then.
Yes.
I'm guessing the beginner banner will have like some beginner pity, like in Star Rail, get to like 30 or 40 or whatever the number is, summons and you get a character for free.
What happened to your body? Of course, we won't do anything without your consent.
You guys done yet?
Jinshi had hers in her bag. A girl called Verena has it at the base of her neck. Yeah, I see.
Show Rover around.
They're putting it in places they know players are gonna be like looking at. So
Go watch lion dances.
the only one that has it in a really weird place right now, it's like probably
Championships.
her,
Plus tons of
because it's on like her
races to
forehead.
try out. You think it, we have it.
Like, because I saw one of the earlier characters, I think it was Jinchi. She had a really long echo tattoo. I'm gonna call it an echo tattoo until I figure out what the proper term for it is. Does it like grow as it becomes stronger? So like if like the rest of them, like it's on her like torso, right? And then hers is on her leg. So the bigger it gets, the less weird it looks. But for her, it's on her forehead. So will it just like come down to her face? And then like if she gets stronger, half her face is covered with a tattoo or something. Look at the mail when you can. Oh, okay. I will do that. I had a really lucky pull earlier and got both Encore and Jian. Yeah, why do you like everybody is super lucky with pulls, and just watch when I do my pulls, it's gonna be super bad. I don't think I'm ever gonna get it. I always have to go all the way to pity to get anything. The only time I was lucky is on the Arlecchino banner where I got 2 Arlecchinos. That's the only time I've been lucky with pulls, and I've played this game for so long.
Chissa, ally of justice at your service. Are you the one in need of a hero?
Okay, cool. So we got, yeah, pistols. How do I equip? Okay, so you can't share, right? So if it's equipped to someone else, then you can't equip it on another character. Okay, that's fair enough. Oh no, does that also mean that I'm gonna have to grind out echoes for all my characters? Not looking forward to that, but okay. From what I saw, the story becomes interesting when a future antagonist appears, but the main character has weak voice acting. I haven't heard the main character speak at all yet. Is this gonna be a Genshin thing? Are we gonna get like some Paimon equivalent where there's gonna be a mascot or something that just talks on behalf of the main character? I don't know if I like that. I kind of prefer like what Star Rail is doing, where the main character actually talks sometimes. Oh, I'm gonna be summoning pistols for sure. By the way, did you notice that Yang Yang has feathers in her hair? Yeah, I did notice that. I thought it was just a hairstyle that made it look like it's feathers. Or is it really feathers? Is it like a hint at her true form or something like that? First resonance. I don't know what that is. Quests? Okay. What is this? A free weapon? Tutorial quest. Talk to the relic merchant to learn more about Sonnen's caskets. I'll do that later. Oh, they have the tracking guide thing. It's like a thin, wispy line of yellowish. I don't know what that is, so I'm not gonna go and talk to that. No, the main character speaks fairly frequently. That's good to know. I don't like those things. I know why they do it, because they want you to be able to insert yourself into the main character. But I just feel I much prefer if the main character is their own person rather than just an insert for the player. I get why they do it. It's a personal preference at this point. Resonance is the summoning. Okay. All these terms that's being thrown around. Is there swimming in this game? Will this be like earlier Grand Theft Autos where if I jump, oh shit. I'm not going to test that out. No Paimon for this part of the story. For this part of the story. Does it mean there's going to be a Paimon later on? I don't know if I like a mascot-ish character. I like what Star Rail is doing where like you have Pom Pom obviously, but a lot of the times it's characters like March or Dan Heng, and I think that's a much better way of approaching it rather than just some flying fairy thing that is talking about answering all questions and stuff.
Let me see. Think of it as Jinzhou's largest service station, or an integration hub. It's something along those lines. I'm not much of a tech person myself. Long story short, it's a navigator, a defense system, and a regional information center all in one enormous package. The smaller ones we ran into earlier are resonance beacons. Data is shared between all beacons. You activate one, and the entire map's data will be relayed to your terminal. Pretty nifty, huh? Just place your terminal here.
Paimon should have learned some way to help in combat. Yeah, I mean, like, if that's one thing, like, if she could do something, maybe, like, give you buffs or pick up something or combo with you or something like that. But when it comes to the story, Paimon is a mixed bag for me. Sometimes she's funny and she has, you know, she reacts in the way that I feel I would react. But other times she's bordering on insufferable. Like during the court case in Fontaine, I thought it was kind of funny with all the, you know, detective glasses and, you know, her jokes about that. I thought that was funny. But then you have scenes where, if you remember when you first opened the box that Razor's parents left for him, and she's like, oh, what is this? Just a bunch of junk. It's like, what? Okay. Oh, so this is like Archon statues, basically. Alright, that makes sense. How big is the map? I'm just kind of curious how big the map is. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Okay. Injured or down resonators can rally at the resonance nexus to recover to their optimal state. Alright. Take the elevator to reach the city. Take the elevator to reach the city. Are we not in the city already? Is it in the sky or something?
I have the arrangements in place. Rover, you can come visit the Magistrate at any time. Juzia, do you mind bringing Rover over to the City Hall?
Take the elevator to reach the city hall. Where is that? Oh, that. Oh, okay. Do I have to climb the stairs? Oh my god. So is this your first stream? Yes, it is. A lot of the content that I do for this channel has been lore stuff for Star Rail and used to be Genshin, but I kind of fell off a bit on Genshin. And I kind of realized that there was a lot of content that I wanted to do, but I couldn't cover in the context of a video. For example, like playthroughs like this, or games that I really wanted to play, but I just, couldn't make videos about. So I decided to I'll still make the videos, but whatever I can't fit in a video, I'll just do it in the form of a stream. Are you on Twitch? No, I am not on Twitch. I thought about doing Twitch, but to be honest with you, I haven't really thought out everything when it comes to streaming yet. I don't know if I'm going to keep this schedule. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it on YouTube or Twitch. So this is kind of just a trial run, I guess. What is this? Did I click on something I shouldn't be clicking on? Did I steal something I shouldn't? Okay, maybe I shouldn't randomly pick flowers. Check your mail. Where's your mail? I know we're getting the 5-star resonator stuff, right? No worries, I'll check that later. Let's get through the story so I can make some videos about this. These kind of games, they really like elevators. Kind of like a pseudo loading screen, right? So that we feel like the game is all connected and there's no loading screens.
What do you mean I'm not the VIP the Magistrate's expecting? Go see for yourself. Everyone's been talking about it. Every guest is important to Jinzhou.
It's still a bit rough around the edges. Some of the text box is, I don't know, maybe that's just me, but it doesn't look super clean or polished or anything like that. I don't know. It's a minor gripe. It's not a big deal.
Ew, first time seeing such a crowd in front of the City Hall.
I was surprised too. I've never seen so many non-staff personnel here before. Most of the people here have applied for an audience, but I heard they've all been turned down. Most people were advised to...
Why does that keep happening? I'm using it on auto and it just cuts.
Most people were advised to leave by the Magistrate's bodyguard upon sending in their applications. The ones staying here are either trying to apply for some other people or just too stubborn to leave. The few that made it inside said it only took one freezing look from Lady Sunhua, and they were compelled to leave.
What kind of description is that? Sounds like they've met some snake-haired lady and got turned into stone.
Who's Sunhua?
She's the Magistrate's personal bodyguard.
Oh, I've heard of her before. She's the all-round death glare / Terminator ice beauty. That's what the rumors say, at least.
The There is a small chance she's not in the city hall, but it's very unlikely for her not to be in Jinzhou. Or rather, it's nearly impossible for the magistrate to leave Jinzhou at all.
I know I'm jumping the gun, but I'm also curious, is there like a nations kind of thing going on here? As in, like, are we in like one nation and then we're gonna go to another nation? Or it's like the whole world one consolidated super government or something like that? Like, how are the regions separated?
Something big if that's the case.
The text boxes don't always show all the dialogue. Also, the interface isn't quite as polished. They say they are going to fix the card dialogue. Yeah, I mean, it does seem
This is the true
a
confidence.
little unpolished. It's not a big deal. Like, it doesn't detract from the experience of the game. It's just, you can't help but make comparisons to games like this. And, you know,
Sure it can.
yo, Doraemon.
Thought of something, Rover?
The first ever manga I ever read in my life. It's Doraemon.
You mean...
She's not doing this to avoid confusion for her guests. She should have anticipated a follow-up.
I can't really keep up with your thoughts, but I think a meeting with a magistrate wouldn't hurt.
Same here. Anywhere, Magistrate's the best lead we have for now. No matter what she has in store for Rover.
What if I'm not a person? Let's see, what do you think?
Huh? Me? I'm just wondering how to take you, Yang Yang, and Baizhi for some chow after this. But my shift's almost coming up. Don't know if we'll make it.
I don't have anything particular in mind. It was me who... we took you to Jinzhou. I think we should keep you company, at least while you're still here.
Oh, I see.
Why is there Himeko everywhere?
What do you think, Rover? Are you in a hurry to recover?
Red hair does not equal Himeko. Are you in a hurry to recover your memories? I don't know what to do. There's a war going on. You'll head to the front line soon enough. Okay. Another thing that I'm a little bit worried with how the story is presented is I'm hoping that the lore is a bit upfront rather than being hidden in text. So, like, for example, in Genshin, when Fontaine first came out, there was actually lore about what was the name of the first Archon? Ijiria? Was that her name? I don't remember. The first Hydro Archon, basically. There was actually lore that talked about her and how she created the I don't remember all the names already. The Oceanids. But it wasn't in any of the main story or in the world quests. It was hidden on a shelf in one of the world quest locations, and you had to climb up there. There was nothing there, and you had to pick that text up in order for you to learn that. So I'm kind of hoping the lore is a little bit more upfront and doesn't require me to go through a bunch of documents and texts to figure things out. I mean, I already do that. I read a lot of these things just because I'm interested in it, but it does get a bit taxing to go through all this hidden stuff, because if you don't find it, then you miss out on a very important piece of context. And when you do lore videos, it becomes a problem.
In that case, how about meeting with the magistrate first?
I want to ask something. This is totally different game. Are you also going to do lore video on Wuthering Waves?
We're not allowed
I'm not sure yet. That's what I want to decide through the playthroughs. I probably will,
for you.
if the lore is interesting enough.
That's right. We're not going in.
It really depends.
Give us a shout if anything.
If it's a very generic story and if all the lore is hidden away in text and stuff like that, I might not focus on it too much. I'll do maybe, 1 or 2 videos here and there. But if the lore is as interesting or it really grips me like Star Rail, I'll probably do a lot of videos on it. So it really depends on how the story is progressing. I mean, right now it's a bit too early for me to judge because I don't know a lot of the terms, the characters, what's going on. But I like the idea that the theme is centered around sound and things like that. So I might do it. I'm not sure yet. I can't tell you at the moment. Is that a chest? Nope. Oh, okay.
Please, follow me.
Okay. I kind of really like this. Like the bamboo forest thing. It looks really nice. Wow. Look at all the interior design. I wonder how much they cost to do all this. What? It's kind of a weird setup for a meeting. Like every time I want to talk to the person at the table, I have to turn my head.
Lady Sanhua will be with you shortly.
Genshin is Marvel and Wuthering Waves is DC. Oh, that's interesting. Why do you say that? I mean, if you're using that analogy, there are things I like about Marvel and there's things I like about DC. So yeah, maybe I'll end up liking Wuthering Waves enough to make lore about it. Oh, dark cinematic. I like darker storylines. Everything being all happy and we are friends and helping each other out it gets old really fast. Her echo tattoo thing is in her eye? Okay, maybe I take back what I said earlier.
I apologize for the delay. My name is Sanhua, the bodyguard of Madam Magistrate.
Hello.
I regret to inform you that Madam Magistrate is currently away. Prior to her departure, she instructed me to bring you these tokens and a welcome gift. Madam Magistrate advised
What was the gift? Did I accidentally click?
During her absence. This may help you acquire the information you desire sooner. I apologize for the inconvenience, but please rest assured she will be here to meet you in 3 days' time.
Why 3 days? Yeah.
She will require at least 3 days to complete her current task. Madam Magistrate wanted to assure you that in 3 days, by any means, she will return to meet you in person.
The English dub doesn't match with the talking animation. Yeah,
I'll be sure to
I haven't
convey your
really noticed that yet.
Madam Magistrate. Please
But
accept my sincerest gratitude.
if you
Madam Magistrate does
look at like Genshin and Star Rail, that happens sometimes as well. I don't see it as often in Star Rail,
does not want to pressure
but it does
you into
happen.
anything you may not desire.
Genshin is a bit more obvious.
About our situation
They just
before making a
stop
final commitment.
moving their mouths, but the attack is still going on.
Sorry, I cannot disclose her whereabouts at this time. Please trust me that she is eagerly looking forward to meeting you in person. Pardon my inability to provide a better answer. Madam Magistrate has a task that she must handle alone, but she has never for one moment forgotten about her meeting with you. Not knowing exactly when you'd arrive, she had to leave without having the chance to welcome you in person.
Yeah, all this just screams the fact that probably there's some future timey-wimey stuff at play here, or at least a prophecy. Like they seem to know that this person's going to be here. If you do get into the lore, there's already a pretty good database that archive a lot of the CBT stuff. Oh, okay. That's good. At least there's a pre-established set of... Because I remember when Star Rail started, like they had closed beta testing as well, but there wasn't a lot of the lore cataloged anywhere, so there was a lot of guesses. But at least that information sort of exists now. I don't know, usually with law videos, I'll start with things that, you know, explainer videos like, oh, what does this term mean? What does that term mean? And then once I've gone through that, then I'll start doing the theory stuff.
When it comes to these tokens, it is never her intention to confuse you with the puzzles. Instead, they should serve as clues that lead you toward the truth. Madam Magistrate deeply regrets not having the time to deliver her messages to you in person. We value your presence far more than you might imagine. The same goes for any and all information about you.
Got it.
Since Madam Magistrate is currently away, I cannot make the final confirmation on her behalf. But you are truly exceptional. Regarding that, my eyes can see the frequencies of all living beings. Or rather, those frequencies are the only thing I can see.
We never saw Finality Eon's picture. From what I remember, Terminus' true form only exists at the very end of time. So if we were to see them now, they would probably be like a fraction of what they would look like at the end of time. And I'm pretty sure Finality is gonna be the one of, if not the final story piece for Star Rail's main story. Or at least when Elio starts coming into the picture. There's like so many other Eons and factions that they need to cover, but I don't know. I'm kind of curious what it looks like, but I can't even begin to imagine because some of the Eons look really weird. Like if you've seen Mythos, it's just a amalgamation of a bunch of random things. There's like a jellyfish head and there's staircases and this really goopy yellowish thing that they are made up of, and it's very difficult to guess. So I'm looking forward to what Finality will eventually look like, but I have no idea what to even guess.
They all look different.
For some reason, you can tell Sanhua doesn't want to continue this topic. Maybe it's a trailblazer? Yeah, it's possible.
May I have your terminal for a moment?
One of the most interesting things, she says that the main character has a human form in both her eyes, which means that she sees other people in a non-human way with this mechanical eye. Yeah, I mean, it is sort of... I'm wondering whether all of this is a situation where everyone else is fake and there's only certain people that exist in this universe who are the people who have these resonance abilities or whatever you call it.
Yes, it's the gourd on your waist, the device every resonator carries. Madam Magistrate thought you might need it.
You waited for a moment. Okay. I waited for a moment.
The utility module on your terminal has been upgraded to the latest iteration. Now, all the utilities, including sensor, levitator, and...
Maybe it's Maevix. No, I'm not the Eon of Finality. Half my theories are wrong, man.
I have sent your terminal ID to every border pass and resonance beacon. You will only need to display your terminal ID or activate a beacon with your terminal for entry. You are free to visit any part of Jinzhou.
So no more annoying paperwork?
Yes, including the city hall. You have full access to its facilities. Also, may I ask, have you decided your place of residence in Jinzhou? If not, Madam Magistrate has arranged accommodation for you in advance, here in the city hall.
What happens if I say that won't be necessary? Will I just be living out on the streets or something? Like, will they just force me to have like, well, we insist, you have to stay here. I'm just gonna graciously accept.
You to your room if you need. Understood. We will be ready to accommodate you anytime.
Black fruit. Black. Isn't that a mangosteen? Okay. I like some of these items are like they go out of their way to give them unique names. Oh, sugar pearl, and this is just small device. And this is just leaf. Patiently waiting for law theories for Wuthering Waves. Yeah, that might take a while because
It is natural.
I usually cover all the explanation type of content first. Like, oh, what is resonance? What is this or what is that? And then I'll get to the theories because, I don't know. I kind of think I need to know everything there is to know about the story before I start making theories, just so that I don't miss out anything. So it might take a while, but yeah, if the story is interesting enough, I will end up doing a lot of theories. You can see what she sees with Rover able to be seen clearly and everything else is distorted. Yeah. I'm just kind of wondering, like, the minute I see things like that, my mind kind of goes to like, is the world fake? Is all of this fake? Is it a simulation? Is it a dream? That's kind of where my mind goes to. So maybe like the people who are not fluctuating in their frequencies are the real people, if you want to call it that. And then everything else is just, I don't know, I don't want to be spoiling myself before the end of the story by making these random guesses, but...
Anything I can help you with, Rover? Of course. Please feel free to ask me anything, and I will answer
Ooh,
to
have
the
we
best
met
of my
before?
ability. I'm afraid not. I have never seen you before.
Can I move the camera? Okay, I
If
can.
I had, I would never forget you.
She sounds kind of robotic.
Can help you with, Rover?
Is she secretly Catherine?
With pleasure. What do you wish to know about Jinzhou?
Once you talk to Scar, a lot of stuff will make more sense. Okay. Who are the Midnight Rangers?
Midnight Rangers, under General Jian's command, are a garrison in Jinzhou. They consist of the vanguards for offensive operations against tacit discords, and the rear guards for city defense. Additionally, there is a detachment unit called the Outriders.
Outriders is a game, right?
Or reservists.
Pretty sure it's a
Serve as
game.
reconnaissance agents. Most of the servicemen of today are comprised of resonators. With pleasure. What do you wish to know about Jinzhou? Anything I can help you with, Rover?
Token?
With pleasure. What do you wish to know about? I suggest looking into where these tokens come. Examine their locations of origin. And
Then you should
explore
uncover the
the
message
symbols
you want to
or
convey, blah blah
pastorals
blah, and
they
hopefully learn
represent.
everything you want to know. Okay.
Then you should uncover with pleasure. What do you wish to know about the tokens?
Can I not
Of
investigate?
course, it is full with pleasure.
Okay, so it's like an
Anything I
optional
can
thing.
help you with, Rover?
Probably not gonna ask about the magistrate. What is that? Okay. That is a lot of screens. Why not have all the screens be the same size? Kind of weird. Yeah, I'm basically nitpicking at this point. Hold on. Alright, let's go. Okay, dash is only twice. Can I clip through it? Probably can. Where there is civilization and history, there will be sentinels. They serve as mankind's guardians. Okay. Probably gonna have a video about sentinels.
Rover! Is our magistrate a chatterbox? So Madam Magistrate's not in the city hall.
The wind is rising. In it, I sense disturbance and unrest. The increasing tacit fields, uncannily powerful tacit discords, and now, our magistrate's absence.
Plus, the mysterious rover.
I'm afraid.
Priorities. We should go get dinner first. Let's play this a bit edgy.
Well, we've reported to the City Hall, the Ministry of War, and the Academy. We've done everything we can. I mean, this is Wanglong. And we're talking about Jinzhou of all places. We've been through our fair share of unrest over the past 1,000 years, and we've made it together every time. There's been TD outbreaks every year, but we can always trust General Ji Yan, Madam Magistrate, and our Sentinel to have our backs. We're not ones to mess with.
United we stand, a bastion of might. One equals a legion, invulnerable in fight. Well said, Chizia. Do you have any plans, Rover? Rover, do you mind if we have a look at the tokens?
So, what's so special about them?
Oh, I have to choose. Okay. Let's take the mangosteen.
This is...
It is a mangosteen fruit. Okay.
Mangosteens are not native to Jinzhou. They are usually imported by boat. I think we can find more mangosteens being sold at the nearby markets. They're not always available for purchase, though. The frequent tacit discord outbreaks can disrupt transportation and cause shortages. The Midnight Rangers have greatly improved the situation in recent years, but still.
A candy? Oh, I've had these when I was a kid. I think they were called sugar pearls, but I haven't seen anything like this in a while. Went out of trend, maybe.
It reminds me of my childhood. I still remember the taste. It was so sweet. I was really scared of getting my flu shots when I was little. And sometimes...
Does any of this have anything to do with the story? Is this like clues to his past or something like that? Or is it just random stuff? I probably shouldn't be asking this question since anybody answering will probably just end up spoiling it, but so kind of curious what it is.
It is a horological device that tells time by using sunlight's direction. Sundials in Wanglong usually have marked lines for the 12 shichens in a day, and every shichen is 2 hours long, with some showing seasons or months. The design of this sundial looks a bit unusual, though.
12 seasons in a day, each lasts 12 hours, so it's basically just
12 earthly
a roundabout way of saying it's a 24-hour day, right? That's basically what we're trying to say.
Ring shows the 4 symbols, each representing one cardinal direction. These are the 4 famous auspicious beasts in Wanglong's folklore. They are believed to protect people from all 4 directions under heaven. Generally, the teal long represents the east. The white tiger stands for the west.
What is the difference between this and the sentinels they were talking about earlier?
Finally,
Is it like 2 different things?
for the north. It seems this sundial is supposed to show both time and direction. But how could it work when there is not a compass attached? Not to mention, the lack of sunlight basically renders it useless.
Ugh, that requires way too much brain power.
Let's see what the leaf is about.
The color of this leaf seems a bit odd. Can't tell what tree it is.
I think I can feel something from it. Never mind. It's too faint. Maybe it was just my imagination. Sorry. I can't tell what kind of tree this leaf belongs to either.
Okay, that's
So
all.
Xixia and
I guess.
have similar childhood memories of the sugar pearl. Do you remember it too, Rover?
When
Not
it
really.
comes to candies, no one knows them better than the kids of Jinzhou. Oh, right. Baizhi's still waiting for us at the academy.
Okay. Reach a suitable place to use grapple. Ask the kids nearby. Why is there so many quests? This is main quests. Is there like a sub quest? No? Okay. Have you seen this candy before?
I don't have candy like that.
Not what I asked, but okay.
It's really good. You can have one. Madam Magistrate said we should be nice to every guest.
Candy spells riddle. Oh, this heals. Okay.
There's still some distance to the Huashu Academy. Let's see who reaches there faster. Yang Yang just installed some apps for you, remember? Just look for the one that's called Utilities on the terminal.
Oh, okay. So this is...
See? Just open the... See?
This is the same thing with...
See? Just open the utilities, select the grapple, and there you go. If you want to be a hero like the Jinzhou Speedster, you gotta master the grapple. Come on, give it a shot, Rover.
Synthesizer... Is this my house or something?
Oh, wait a sec. Someone's looking for me. Yeah? What?
Just some random cat staring at me. What?
Don't worry. It's all right. I'll be right there. Duty calls. Oops. Almost forgot. Can't be late.
Let's go and
Sorry,
talk to the
Rover,
cat.
Yang Yang. I've got to head off for my shift. I'll join you right after I'm done, all right? If you need me, just shout my name. And I, the Jinzhou Speedster, will be there in a sec. Stop! Stop! Don't call me that. Anyway, I gotta go.
Why? What does that mean?
On your own? Give me a heads up when there's any updates.
Sure. Go do your thing. Don't worry. I'm staying with him. Rover, let's go inside.
Hold on. I need to talk to this cat. Right? Can I pet the cat? I can't pet the cat. I can pet the cat. I can feed the cat. Oh, that's cool. Obviously, I have my priorities straight. Why is it going away? Sit down? Where would I sit down? Oh, the cat. That's cool. Are there any dogs in the game? No? Should I be focusing more on the story instead of looking at cats and dogs? Probably. What in the world is this?
My message. She's probably busy in her lab. Over there must be Mr. Mortifi from the Department of Safety. Baizhi once mentioned him before. He might be able to help us get in touch with Baizhi, but it seems we've caught him at a bad time.
I want that hat. Alright, let's see where the story brings us next.
Let's try asking him, shall we?
What? You need something?
Let's go for the story.
Mortifi, please pardon our intrusion. We are friends of Baizhi, and we're here to look for her.
I see. I hope I didn't cause any offense earlier.
Not at all. It was us who bothered you.
Baizhi should be in the data analysis room. I'll go tell her you're here.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Mortifi, a renowned figure in the Department of Safety. He was born in the new Federation, and he joined the Huashu Academy a few years ago. I heard his talent is truly impressive. People say he's a bit scary at first glance, but he's actually quite kind-hearted once you get to know him. Chizzy told me he's quite popular with the kids. Children have been pestering him for all kinds of fancy toys, and he's always open to their requests.
Okay. I still don't have a sense of where
Here you are.
the story is kind of going.
Data we collected in the Gorges of Spirits has been submitted for analysis.
I'm guessing the main point is to figure out what
I have the
this person or the main character's background or their memories or something like that.
during the
But
trip to the city hall.
it still feels like a tutorial at this point.
What do you think, Baiju?
So I don't feel that the story has like really kicked off yet. You know, maybe I'm going a little bit too slow, but
I have a hypothesis about the sugar pearl, but I need to verify it first. If possible, I recommend conducting non-destructive tests of all these tokens you have.
how's the English VA? I don't want to sound too critical, but some of the voice acting sounds a little bit flat. Some of the reactions are just kind of, you know.
Data is always
I know most people tend to just default to going Japanese with subtitles or something like that, but I don't know, I guess I'm kind of used to English.
Sundial will require radiographic testing, though. To access the necessary equipment, we'll need to file a request with one of the Tacitite studies related branches.
Because I remember in Genshin, people were saying that Paimon is a lot less annoying in the Japanese or the Chinese dub. I guess it's not really the dub, but yeah, the Japanese or the Chinese voice acting. But in the English one, she sounds too high pitched and too squeaky, and that makes it annoying. But for these kind of things, I always almost go with English for no real reason, really. I just default to that.
Yes, Mortifi is the branch of Tacitite weaponry's head within the department.
The early story is very slow, unfortunately, only picks up with Scar. Yeah, I mean, I've had people comment on my other videos saying like, hey, can you please make a video about Wuthering Waves lore so that I don't have to
The items
pay attention in the story and just watch the videos.
to know, you can let me know now.
I mean, they throw a lot of terms and stuff,
And the analysis report will be ready.
and I get that there's a lot of things that we need to pick up as we play the game. But right now, it just feels like a lot of like tutorial exposition. Like, oh, this is called that, and it's just a little bit slow and boring, I guess.
This one looks like the early handiwork of someone I know.
The female main character has really bad voice direction. Really?
It's lightweight, and its design differs from that of the typical sundial.
Does it like come off as like flat and emotionless or something like that? Maybe I'll go and look at some YouTube videos. Actually, I have a friend who chose the female character for the MC. Maybe I'll just ask him and see what he thinks.
Shall we wait here?
I haven't heard the MC talk yet, so even I don't know how this is gonna turn out. But from the way some of the characters are talking, you know, it feels kind of slow and
Sure you can. But don't forget your physical examination. I'll see you in a while for that.
talk to Bai for your body checkup. Okay.
I have the equipment ready. I'll need to check your health status and see if there are any unusual fluctuations.
Right now,
If you're ready.
if I had to say anything, and again, I'm really not trying to be critical about it, but Baize and who's that? Yang, their voice acting in the English one sounds a bit monotone
Based on the sample
and like sleepy.
the Tacit Discord you defeated was at least an overlord class. After frequency energy with your bare hands. Tacit discords are classified according to the concentration levels of their characteristic frequencies. Generally, tacit discords with higher concentration levels are considered to pose greater threats. The current classification levels, from lowest to highest, are common, elite, overlord, and calamity. Additionally, there is a special type of tacit discord, and we call them the Threnodians.
Threnodians? Oh my god, this is getting super confusing.
When a tacit discord is eliminated, its frequency energy may linger in the form of an incorporeal manifestation, which is known as a reverberation. A resonator's terminal collects and records said reverberations, turning them into echoes that can be directed as desired. The abilities of these echoes can then be replicated through the terminal's databank module, enabling resonators to use them in battles. Additionally, some echoes' abilities allow resonators to briefly transform into their shapes.
Okay, so that's kind of curious because so far we've been killing monsters and then the monsters leave this echo and then we can absorb that echo and use it in combat. What happens when somebody who is like, I don't know what the term is that describes these people who have these tattoos. I'm gonna call them resonators. Yeah, okay, maybe it's probably resonators. So what happens when a resonator dies? Does it leave an echo for another resonator to absorb? Is that what's gonna happen later in the story where people just kill other people just to get stronger? I don't know. Kind of jumping the gun here, but
yes, to some extent. Now let's begin if you're ready.
there is one moment where the female MC says stop right there to the main villain with literally no emotion. I mean, even just now, like when I was calling the other character with the guns that name that she doesn't want to be called, her reaction was kind of flat, like, oh, don't call me that. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, maybe I'm being a bit too critical on the game.
Try to manifest the crownless's frequency without using your terminal.
What kind of react is this?
I am not seeing the crownless's data in your terminal. So it was indeed absorbed into your body. The crownless's frequency energy was consumed by your body, leaving no trace behind. But how did you manage to do that? It's as though there's another mechanism within your body capable of absorbing frequency energy.
Will I turn into a monster?
How do you define monster? For resonators like you, such abnormal fluctuations in frequency typically lead to overclocking.
Oh my god, there are so many terms that are just...
Resonators' mental capacity is overwhelmed. They may lose control of their forte, causing an overflow of resonance energy. We have established a comprehensive overclock diagnosis process to accurately predict potential risks of overclocking. Your waveform graph shows a remarkable level of stability, surpassing any resonator I've encountered. Your risk of overclocking should be minimal.
I'm kind of curious with these kinds of terms that are being used. Like, they are very, I guess, technical terms. I wonder how well they translate from the original language, which is, I'm guessing, Mandarin, obviously, to like Japanese and English. I'm curious whether there's a lot that's lost in translation, or whether they use like a similar sounding word in, you know, when it comes to these technical terms.
A universe. That's a poetic and intriguing comparison. It seems we need a simulated combat to figure out what happened in your body. Please hold your terminal tight and stay still.
Okay. Arrive at the desert. Oh, this looks really cool.
Don't worry. Yang Yang and I will assist you. Please fight the simulated tacit discords like you normally would.
It kind of reminds me of if any of you have played Warframe, when you're doing the okay, I played Warframe a long time ago, but when you had to do the rank up tests things, it looks kind of like this place. Why is there water everywhere? It's very poor drainage. Okay, wait. What can she do? Oh, you can use this in combat. Oh, that's cool. What is this? What's going? Oh, it's like a Beyblade thing. Oh wait, I clicked the wrong button. What does this do? It summons the thing? Okay. What does that do? I don't know.
Swift and resolute.
Let's just press buttons.
As Yotam had previously detected, your bodily functions are in good condition, and you seem entirely unaffected by the
Are there like reactions in the game? Like ice reacting with arrow or whatever?
testing.
Does it work like that? It's just Beyblade.
Let me be your blade.
What does R do again? Oops.
Let the winds roar.
The slightest fluctuation in your frequency energy.
Yeah, I'm just smashing buttons at this point. Let's just mash all them buttons and hope for the best. Can I dash into this?
Let me be your blade.
I need to be a lot better at stamina management because I'm just randomly...
Endless reverberation. Administering first aid.
Swift and resolute.
We have gathered all the data we need.
Okay.
The test is ending soon. Rover, you can find the exit straight up ahead.
There are no reactions because the elements aren't really elements, just their trait to their resonation. Someone who resonates wins. Oh, okay. There were reactions, but the devs said that it's limited to the team comp a lot, so they limited the team comp a lot, so they said no. Okay. I mean, there's other things that's happening in the... Like, you can summon the monster. What the... Something seems to be glitching. There's a boss probably, right?
I'm back to the same spot again.
What in the world is this?
What is happening?
That's a moon? There's like sound waves and stuff in the background. Wait. I haven't finished looking at it.
Are those tacit discords?
That does not look like something I want to go near.
Stopping to relax once in a while.
Looks like a witch from Left 4 Dead. You don't want to bother them when they're sitting down and crying. Oh, this got creepy super fast. Ugh. Is that the first time we hear the MC's voice? Yeah, probably it is.
Rover! Thank goodness.
I think someone said earlier that the main character talks more when they're alone.
Connection was
Yes.
suddenly cut off.
Makes sense.
Rover, do you still remember what you saw? Can you give us some more details? A giant tacit discord with a scythe. It doesn't sound like the crownless. Might be even higher ranked. This is the first time we've run into anything like this since we put the training ground into use. The sonorosphere captures everything that once happened in a specific time and place, be it good or bad. We built this simulated training ground after the structure of sonorospheres. Our goal was to extract pure remnant energy with the simulated sonorosphere. But we cannot guarantee that all abnormal frequencies were eliminated. Your arrival may have revived the abnormal frequencies we accidentally captured.
Okay, I'm not sure whether they've explained it because I don't know if I'm paying too much attention at this point. But have they said what sonorospheres are?
Such manifestation, I suspect it could have something to do with your unconscious mind. Such anomalies could have been hiding in the simulation, and they resonated with your subconscious. Or perhaps they were lifted from your subconscious in the first place. I'm afraid I can't give you a conclusion yet. Not until we've run a thorough analysis on the data collected. I'll also check the simulated sonorosphere again to see what on earth happened to it. In terms of bodily functions, you seem to be in perfect health.
So it does seem like it's hinting that the main character has like some microcosm that exists within them, right? And through all this, those things that are inside him is coming out. That's my guess at this point. Don't know how that will play out, but resonate with various resonators and weapons through convene. It's an efficient way. I think this is a summons. Through convene, you can get reliable. Oh, so this is the summons. Like, do I have to click on? Oh, they only just gave me one. Okay, sure. Let's summon for one. Is there a way to tell whether it's gonna be a 5-star or 4-star or whatever it is? Is there like a color change that applies? What in the world is this? Okay. I have no tickets. Why is it like all the red heads are the red up? Is that by design? Select a weapon for targeted convene. Okay. Select a resonator for targeted convene. I'm not gonna click this, is probably a selection. The sky turns golden for a 5-star. Okay, good to know. She can be added to the team. Let's switch out. Place.
Show me the action.
Alright. Tokens. Let's look at the... Where's the mail? Mail. Oh, there's a lot of stuff! 10 summons, 10 standard summons, coins, 10 standard summons, 10 limited summons, so that's 20 each. Maintenance stuff. This is... What is this? Custom convene? This is a selection one, right? And what is this? Symbol video display on wayfarers. Okay. I did not pre-register, but thanks to all of you who did for all this free stuff. I didn't claim 1 Ranger series. Okay. I guess this is like the premium currency. Yeah, this is the Primogem equivalent, right? Okay. Should I just claim everything? Yeah, let's just claim everything. So it's 40 standard banner summons and 20 limited banner summons. Alright, that's cool. Let's see. Let's go to the summons. I'm probably not gonna be summoning. This is the beginner banner and you get one at 50, right? So if it's 8 times, yeah, you can summon 5 times. Okay, that's cool. The 5-star has a golden beam, 4-star has purple. Okay. The ticket is a standard selector. Which is this, right? I heard that of these 5, the ones that you're supposed to choose is the healer. I don't know what you're supposed to choose, but from what I understand, from the many gacha games that I've played that has ruined my life, I almost always go for healers first, supports. Like when I played Star Rail, I immediately went for buffers and healers. And then after that, I just summoned whoever I wanted. Yeah, it seems that I can kind of get the beginner banner all the way to 50 because you get 40, right? So that's 8 times 5, 40. You immediately get a 5-star. Do I want to do it now? I don't know about that. Maybe I'll do it off stream because I always get depressed after summoning. Maybe I'll do it now. I mean, no. What is a wave band? Is it like the constellations or the eidolons? Is that what it is? Or you can summon echoes as well. Okay, cool. And there is a Welkin Moon. This is Welkin Moon, right? Basically 90 daily rewards for 30 days. What's the exchange rate like in terms of the how do you buy the resonance things? You have to buy it with this. Is this the primo? What is this then? So what do you use this for? Do you exchange it for these coral things? There doesn't seem to be a place to do that. Astride is primo. Okay. You can fix it with the selector. Hello, Apple. Oh, right. Okay. I'm dumb. I did not see this. I see. So you can exchange. Oh, okay. I get what this is. This is basically the things that you get from summoning the currency from the summoning banner. And this is basically exchanging the... It's 160. Oh, so it's about the same. What is this? Used to convene one time in weapon event. Okay. Oh, so they have different currencies for weapons and for summons. I bet that's because everybody kept confusing it and accidentally clicked on the summon banner or something like that. On the weapon banner or something like that. The coral are Stardust equivalents. Okay, yeah. That makes more sense now. Let's go look at the banners again. Where is the... Can I see like what's on the banner? Is it this one? Oh, there you go. Jianshin, Lingyang, Verina, Kalcharo. So, like, who is this Sephiroth looking? You know, the minute I saw this, I know now that it's the Echo thing. But the first thing that came to mind is Kenjaku from Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm probably gonna, if I were to choose something, I'm probably gonna be summoning for a healer. Because I think if you have a healer, it makes everything far easier. Like DPS, I don't think you need too strong of a DPS character at the start of a game like this. Kacharo JP voice is also Sephiroth? Yeah, I mean... It's obvious what they were going for here. Like, come on. Does he get like wings and stuff as well? Oh, I have not seen this yet. This is the... I'm going to read all this off the stream because I don't think it'll be interesting for me to just read text like for the next hour or so. Because that's what I normally do anyways. This is the Eidolons, I guess? Okay. Electro? Okay. He used to be called Kakarot in... So, So they made Sephiroth but just named him after Goku? Is that what they were doing? Okay, I tell you what. I'm gonna be streaming until about 12 or like about 12:30, which is in about 30 more minutes, something like that. So I'm just gonna continue first, but before I end the stream, I'll do the summons and see what I get. If I had to choose, obviously I'd want the healer first. That's the one that I want. But getting the Sephiroth, Calcharo, or I don't know what the rest of them do, so you know, it's a free 5-star, so that's fine. The other thing I'm wondering is that we only get one 5-star selector? Like, I seem to recall there was some announcements. Is this the selector? Used to redeem free 5-star convenience. Okay. First do the pulls, then choosing? Yeah. That's what I'm probably gonna do. Because if I were to choose and then I get the same character here, then it just kind of defeats the purpose. But if I don't get the healer, I'm just gonna go for the healer. Oops. So this is basically like the free 5-star choice. You get one free one from here randomly. Or did I just misunderstand it? Is there another one that you get for free? The beginner banner has 2 phases. The first is random. The second is a selector that gives a selected character a banner. And then there's a selector ticket. Oh, so you basically get one random free 5-star. And you can choose 2. Okay, that's cool. They're kind of giving quite a lot. I'll do the summons in a while, right before I end the stream. So, for now, let's just continue with the story.
Here's your sundial, intact as it was.
Mr. Mortifi, can we have the test results?
Simply put,
So, aside from the 5 stars, who are the 4 stars that,
it sounds
you know,
different from
I should be building? Like, which are the ones that are considered good? Which are the ones that are
intricate
meh?
tenon puzzle box. This sundial is hollow with an inner compartment. We scanned it, and there is a small paper scroll inside. However, it's missing a crucial component. We should be able to spin the wheels on the sundial once the right component is installed. Automata mechanics isn't my field of study. I specialize in developing tacitite weapons, but the foundational theories behind these applied technologies are quite similar. It wouldn't have taken me this long if we were dealing with tacitite weapons. Install the missing part, then rotate the wheels to their correct positions, and you should be able to solve the puzzle and access the paper scroll. However, I still have no idea what the missing component should look like.
Maybe we can brute force it.
Brainer indeed.
Just smash it.
We could certainly give it a try. If you're fine with the paper scroll being destroyed by its protective mechanism, that is. One moment. I have an incoming call. What is it? You certainly are well informed.
Mortifi, Chisha, Baizer, and Danjin. Those are the 4 best 5-star. Okay.
Well,
Mortifi is good. Rover is good. I think they're the only outstanding ones. Oh, the main character is above Fairy. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Softened, don't you think? We haven't even asked him to help us with assembling.
Okay. So at least I know where to channel the resources.
It looks like Mr. Mortifi needs more time. Maybe we should give him some space to
These kind of games, it's really easy to kind of screw up your first roster because they throw so many things at you and you don't know which character is good. You don't really know. Like, I don't think you need to know the meta, but you know, when I started playing Genshin, I threw a lot of resources into characters that weren't that great, and it took a while to rebuild some of that resources to build the other characters.
yes, of course. I've already noticed all that you mentioned. Indeed. You just pointed out a blind spot in my thinking. Your workshop? That hellish...
Anjin is difficult to use. By the way, you want to use her with Verina if you like her, because she is kind of like Blade. Is it one of those lower HP, higher damage type of characters? Because I am not really good at those kind of characters. I do not have Blade because when his banner was up, I was thinking I do not want to have to deal with the HP mechanics. Like if I do end up continue streaming and you watch me play Star Rail, you're gonna see that even if I take like 5% damage, I'm just gonna heal everyone up. I have like really weird OCD with not having full HP.
I've already informed him about it. You'll only need to go fetch the parts in his place. He keeps a box full of them.
That's why when I started playing when I got Aventurine, it's the most comfortable thing in the world because I can just keep spamming his skill and the shield just keeps going up and up and up and I just don't take damage. Right now, I'm trying to decide whether to summon for Boot Heal or for Robin. I know Robin has like about 3 more days left into her banner. I mean, she buffs some damage really, really strongly, but Boot Heal is McCree. So, I don't know if I would have summoned for him or not.
Mr. Mortifi? Is that the person you were talking to earlier? Mr. Xiang Liao, I think?
Yes. It doesn't take me much effort to figure out this little sundial here. But I do admit talking with Zhang Li made it easier. He's the expert in automata mechanics I mentioned earlier.
The other thing is also that I don't know if I want to just outright skip Robin and what's his name? Boot Heal, because I kinda wanted to go for Firefly. I haven't seen their gameplay, but I really need a fire DPS. The only one I have right now is Himeko, and she's just not cutting it at the moment.
Swamp within the academy walls, as vile and perilous as some primeval forest before the lament.
I see. Shall we go and retrieve the parts now, Rover?
Oops. Don't want to be walking.
I mentally prepared myself for the worst, but this place looks much better than Mr. Mortifi's description, though it is a bit hard to figure out where...
What is with the lion statues and the giant camera heads? It looks so weird. Anyways, what was I supposed to be doing here? Oh, there you go. Let's go and touch all the other shiny things first.
Rover, I don't think we'll find what we...
Look, I want to snoop around in somebody's random office. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Rover? Please don't touch...
I'm gonna touch everything. What is that? Snacks? Feasibility report on cooking tacit discords. The shelf creaks under your hand. You try to study it.
Rover...
Okay. Let's just continue.
This should be it. It's quite a box full. Let's go back and show it to Mr. Mortifi.
She has some of the best combos, but at high risk because of the HP sapping mechanic. Yeah, that's the worst character for me to play, because if you were here a little bit earlier, I think you were, like if you saw my gameplay, I'm a button masher and I cannot dodge if my life depends on it. So somebody like that is just going to cause me to end up making a lot of mistakes.
Mr. Mortifi, we found the parts.
Good. Bring it to me.
What in the world is on his chest?
The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. We found nothing unusual about it. From the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from 2 distinct sources, but they were overlapping and difficult to distinguish. This is a rare occurrence.
How many characters can you have active at a single time? Is it just 3? Or do you get like additional slots later on?
Of them being left behind through contact. This is not an ordinary
I already have a hard time figuring out who to put in my Star Rail teams, and there you can choose like 4 characters. If it's 3 characters, it's gonna be so difficult to choose. I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn. What in the world is the wave-worn phenomena?
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the wave-worn phenomena. And the lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar
Why did she look up? Was there something on the ceiling?
vaccine. This sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine. Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Jinzhou 2 decades ago?
The archive
Only 3, some cases they let you have 4 for plot reasons. Oh,
The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by
3 is...
words at the lobby terminal.
I'm probably gonna have a hard time figuring out who I want to put in the team. But I like the fact that there's a lot of complexity and different characters, you know, work differently. So might get a lot of fun out of that. Just trying out different things.
Installed. And now
Is this guy part dragon or something? Like the eyes that look reptilian, the scales and stuff like that. Is he part dragon or infused with dragons or something like that?
with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it.
Plus he has red hair and stuff like that. The earthly branches represent time.
The earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle. It's an intricate way of recording time in Wanglong. Nowadays, it is mainly reserved for calendars, numerology, and indexing. But it's falling out of daily use now. What kind of information could it represent?
It's the filing system. Most of Wanglong's
Ah.
libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives. Namely, the Grand Library.
The feathers and the scales give it away.
Yes, the large data repository is located in Wanglong's major city.
Why is she looking directly at me? Shouldn't you be looking at... That's so creepy.
The Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
Sundial. Okay. It's just here. Okay. You ever notice these places? Like there's like even in the Shanzhou Luofu, there's a place like this where we first met Jinyuan and all that stuff. Like they have all these computer terminals and stuff, but there's never like chairs. Like do people just stand and use the computer?
I found it. It's located on the way shelf.
What? Okay. Hold on. Before we do that, before we continue with the story, let's go and click on every shiny thing that... Super important guests. Third stew. Okay.
Mao Cheng Si. Wu Wei. Rover, it's here.
What is this? Like a data stack? Infectious disease with no effective treatment, primarily affecting children under 6 years old. It is highly contagious with severe symptoms including fever, limb pain, and muscle atrophy. To combat this disease, a live attenuated vaccine has been developed. June 16, okay. No hurry, this is. Oh my god, there's so much of this. I know I'm a law person, but there are limits to how much I can read. That by woman 30s, looking excited and happy. The other photo shows in it diary infant. Okay. Resonator reports amnesia regarding their resonance ability with no clear time of awakening. A tacit mark is present. Oh, so that's what it's called. A tacit mark is present on their right hand. Is this the main character? Perhaps? Yes, their mark is on their right hand. Their tacit mark people display a golden. Yeah, this is the main character. This is probably related to the main character. Resonance spectrum tests how shows strong syntony with multiple patterns. Blah blah blah. Waveform graph shows elliptical fluctuations. The pattern of time domain is stable with no abnormal waveforms. Examination results are determined. Okay. During the Battle of the Gorges of Spirits, a resonator engaged in combat with unidentified, the Crownless, resulting in high risk victory. Okay.
If I remember correctly, Jinzhou was established during a year of Wei, several cycles ago. The Jinzhou City Hall and Huashu Academy were built in the same year. The Gorges of Spirits battle sparked Jinzhou's founding.
So probably this is somebody from the future or in the past, or I don't know. There's some timey-wimey stuff maybe. Or maybe they're really old and they've been around since the founding of this place. And that's why the magistrate knows who they are. Is that what is going on? Don't answer because that's gonna spoil it. But
Rover, about the sugar pearl.
talk about the sugar pearl.
Life has never been easy after the lament.
In some cases, the resonance ability manifests mutations in the body of the person.
Battle against that epidemic in Jinzhou was grueling.
I see.
Once infected, children either died or suffered lifelong disabilities, resonators or not.
I'm kind of curious whether that means that at some point, these mutations will end up taking over the body of the resonator, and then they become monsters essentially.
Are not enough to convey how desperate people must have felt. They resorted to self-experimentation with a newly developed vaccine, risking everything for a chance. If they failed, we owe our presence here to those who came before us. It's important to remember their sacrifices. If the sugar pearl points to the information and reports we have just read, what is Madam Magistrate trying to convey? Is it related to your past? Or is it...
It seems like it does relate to the past.
The vaccine's creator died 3 years after its development, with the rest of the team now aged over 50.
50 isn't
You mean
that old, right?
it
I
could
mean,
be that infant shown in the pictures?
50 is
He should be around
middle
that
age.
by now. But he doesn't have your golden eyes. Rover, about the sugar pearl.
Talk about the founding
Was the
Jinzhou.
most recent city established in Wanglong. The mountains of spirits running from north to south divide Wanglong in two. The capital, the Battle of Gorges of Spirits, was the catalyst to found Jinzhou. Tacit discords were born in the Norfolk Barrens, and their invasion route was originally traceable. However, the emergence of the Crownless changed it. The Crownless is a tacit discord that embodies war itself. The hatred of the fallen warriors and the fear of the survivors are the ingredients for it. With the limited information available, some researchers have speculated its connection with the Threnodian.
It's kind of weird that they're asking these questions now when a lot of these terms are mentioned before. Like the Threnodians and the Crownless.
There is a lot to tell. For now, think of it this way. The Threnodian is the most powerful tacit discord. The battle of the Threnodian that happened long ago was to fend it off. According to the reports, the Crownless is very similar to the formidable tacit discord we encountered. Our sentinel, Jue,
Jue.
manifested before us in that battle. Rover, about the sugar pearl. We have the symbol way now. This should go with the time part. But we can't yet solve the puzzle with this alone. Maybe we can figure
Yeah, the
out
voice acting is still kind of
looking into the tokens again. It might have
a little
something
bit
to do with
monotonous and kind of sleepy sounding. I don't know whether that's specific to this character or maybe other characters are better in that regard. I don't know. But that's kind of the impression that I'm kind of getting right now.
Rover, about the sugar pearl. What do you think, Rover? I've only seen our magistrate once at the appointment ceremony, so I can't comment on her.
There's one video in the Wuthering Ways official account that talk about it briefly, but it focuses more on the lore of the Jinzhou.
Some believe that the remarkably far-sighted and
I hope they don't hide too many things out in trailers and in comics and things like that. I mean, I don't mind reading them, but sometimes you're kind of not aware that those things are there and you miss out on a key piece of lore. Like for example, when they introduced Scaramouche in Genshin, they did it in a timed event. And if you weren't around and you didn't play that, you didn't know that he was already there in the story.
Lady Chanli is our magistrate's advisor and former teacher. She once held a high position in the Central Secretariat, but she requested a transfer to Jinzhou. I've also heard rumors painting her as a cunning manipulator rather than a loyal servant.
Let's look back on what we've gathered so far.
Oh, he's actually talking.
Our clues point to the sugar pearl as a key in solving the sundial's puzzle. Simply put, one token can lead to multiple targets.
Oh, the voice acting is not bad.
It may hold several pieces of
For the MC.
Both had a reason for meeting. The magistrate had information to share, while I had questions to ask. However, her tokens contain both what she wants to tell me and what I want to ask her, making it seem like she is complicating matters, or maybe she was running out of time. That's why she could only offer us scraps of the puzzle, instead of actually putting it together. Or perhaps she's indeed a master strategist, leaving breadcrumbs for us to follow. The initial clues may simply be a test to... She needed to ensure that those who may come across these tokens without understanding their true meaning would not be able to use them for access.
So it is a test.
If it were you, Yang Yang, what would you do to make sure the recipient gets what you mean?
I would emphasize my true message by repeating it again and again.
Okay. Alright, so we're coming up on the end of the stream already at this point. So before I end this one, I'm just going to do some summons. And see whether we get lucky with the beginner banner, because the 5-star is random. I'm hoping to get the healer first. I know it doesn't really matter because you still have 2 choice tickets that you can use. But yeah, I want to get supports first, and then later on I can think about summoning like DPS and other stuff. So let's see whether we get lucky with this. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I should be doing the novice one first, right? Yeah, this is the one. This is a standard banner, right? Yes, this is standard banner. Okay. Let's see if we get lucky with the summons. So purple is 4-star, right? Pistols of Voyager. Originite. What in the world is this? Is it a weapon? I don't know what that is.
The streams have guided me to you.
Okay.
I have a feeling we'll be companions for
I got somebody I already have. Alright. So let's see. Let's keep going. Can I get an early 5-star from this? Or is it just I can only get the 5-star at the end of the 50 summons?
Ranger Donjing. Worry not.
I don't know
My
who this
crimson
is.
blade will not harm you as long
What
as you
element
don't
is
do
that?
anything bad.
I like the sword though. Okay, at least it's a character I don't have, which is good. I can get an early 5-star here. Okay, so basically I won't get it because my luck is extremely bad. I won't get it. It's unlikely. It will go to 50 PT. It's not really PT, but yeah. And I got a weapon. It's a 4-star weapon. Oh god. This is my luck. Oh, another 4-star weapon. Yeah, great. 2 4-star weapons. Do I have characters that can use this? I don't know, but okay, the next 2 summons, the last one I'm gonna get a 5-star. So for this one, if I don't get it, it means my luck is shit. No, of course there isn't. I'm kind of curious what this summon animation is. Is it they are opening the tacit discords to pull people out of it or something like that? You know, like in Star Rail, it's somebody arriving on the train.
Ranger Donjing.
Oh my god, what is my luck? At least give me a new character.
Will not harm you as long as you
Don't give
do
me
anything
something I already have. I got 2 dupes.
Greetings, Maevix.
Okay, I got somebody I don't have. That's fine. At least I have somebody I didn't get before. So the more characters you have, the more options you have when you play the game. So I got 3 new characters. 2 of them are dupes. Sorry, 2 new characters. So the last one is going to be a 5-star. And I really don't want to do this. I hate summoning. I'm probably gonna have to go and hide my credit card after this just in case. But let's do it. It's the last summon. Come on, let's see who we get. Give me the healer at least. I got the 5-star healing thing. Oh my god, where is it? This is stressing me out. Who is this? I don't know who this is.
Make some room. I wanna look, see?
Encore? Is she good?
Encore reporting.
Hi Galaxy, how are you doing? Is she good? Anybody have any opinions on Encore? I don't know. She has sheep things? Is she a DPS? Glass cannon DPS? Oh no. I mean, okay, at least I got a DPS. So at least with the ticket, I can use... I can get the healer. So at least I have a healer and a DPS. So this is the choice one, right? So I have to choose somebody. Do I have to choose it now? No, I don't have to, right? So this is basically, so every time I click, automatically I get, what's the difference between, there's 2 choices. So there's 1 choice for this and 1 choice for that. So basically you can kind of just choose. Is there any situation where you would want, because I know Kacharo is a really good DPS and I know Verina is a good healer. Is there a situation where you want Genshin or Lingyang? Are either of these 2 worth thinking about when I'm selecting? Or should I just go with Verina and Kacharo? Because I have 2 choices now, right? What do you guys think? You have a year to choose. That's good. Are both of these things like a year? Yeah, probably they are. Well, I mean, at least I got a DPS, so that's pretty good. So let's see how the resonance stuff works. increases arrow damage by an additional 8%. Let's activate that. What can she do? When Dungeon attacks a target with resonance skill, incinerating will, her attack is increased by 5% for 6 seconds, stacking up to 6 times. Dungeon lose 1 side of this. Alright. And then I have the Encore, who uses... What weapon does she use? A rectifier. So, well, okay, at least you have the 4-star one. Either fortunately or unfortunately got... I'm gonna have to read all this. If you want Yinlin, the next limited, you have to choose Kalcharo. Why is that? Oh, is it because they work well together? Well, I mean, right now there's 2 choices, so I'm thinking of getting Verena and Kalcharo because that way I have a really strong DPS and I have a really strong support for, you know, that should be able to carry me through most of the game. Because I'm really just kind of want to get through the game to do the story content. So if those characters can do that, then great. But anyways, now that I have gone through the disappointment banner, I'm going to kind of stop the stream for now. I'll probably do every weekend, something like that. You know, I haven't decided on the time yet, so I'll be posting a lot of announcements on the community tab of the channel. So just kind of, you know, take note of that for the next schedule. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to stick with this time. It'll probably be a bit random for the next couple of weeks until I find a time that's, you know, suitable for everybody. But yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to continue playing this game. Maybe I'll do Star Rail once the 2.3... what's the next one that's coming out? 2.3? 2.2? The next part with Put Heal. Sorry, the second part of 2.2. I'll probably play that, and then when there is a special program, I'll also cover that on the stream as well. So I'll, you know, schedule it a day or two before just so that everybody knows. Yinyi and Kalcharo are a good combo. I will keep that in mind. Because I'm really gonna try to have to save resources for future summons. Because I'm gonna try to be free to play, but of course I'm gonna throw Welkin Moons here and there. But anyways, I'm not gonna drag this out too much. Thanks so much for joining this first stream. I hope it wasn't too boring. I know it was mostly the tutorial part, so as we go through the story, probably it'll get more interesting. And yeah, thanks so much for joining. I'll see you guys next time. And good luck on your pulls if anybody's pulling in Wuthering Waves or in Star Rail. Bye-bye. Also, as usual, have a nice day. I'll see you guys around. Bye.